Hi guys, this is Joe again with my second Company of Heroes online videocast. This time I'm playing Americans as a level 6 Airborne on a brand new account. I'm going to be playing a level 42 defensive player, top 5 percentile. Customary good luck, have fun. It's always nice to be polite. Start with the barracks. My favorite cap order to cap the +10 on the left side first, because that adds up quite quickly, and then I'm going to send my hero engineers to cap the fuel and go and harass the right side. Primarily I'm going to focus on the left here. It's closer to my base, it's easier to set up a foothold there, but I want to always be harassing the right whenever I can. If it's just one engineer squad, then it's just one engineer squad that he has to worry about. Additionally, I'm going to focus in the middle, but I want to push all the flanks. So I want to push his fuel, I want to push him on all sides, I want to make him as uncomfortable as possible playing as Americans. I have the mobility advantage, so I want to use these riflemen to that advantage and wreak some havoc and mass confusion, which is the best way to play Americans. Since I'm brand new on this Airborne account, I got to level 6 by skipping the tutorials. Once you play them once, you can skip them on your subsequent commanders, so you don't have to play through them all again. A little nice screen pops up and says, you already played this, would you like your free rewards? And you just click yes, 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 and magic, you're level 6. But since I'm level 6, I'm going to be playing this whole game with only supply drops and recon run, with about 2 points in each of them. I think 3 in recon, 4 in recon, 2 in supply drop. Actually, I think it's just 1 in supply drop. It's just the first one. Makes it 20 manpower cheaper, but I get MGs and mortars at 1 CP. Okay, the initial cap order is playing out. I'm just scouting around, making sure I'm not missing anything. You'll see me pan the camera around a lot, and what I'm doing most of the time is I'm listening. If you have a nice set of headphones or a nice set of speakers, depending on where you position the camera, you can hear things in the fog of war that you might not be able to see. Well, that you definitely can't see if it's in the fog of war. But you can hear footsteps, you can hear vehicle engines, you can tell if he went for a bike first, that kind of thing. So here's our first engagement. He's got the accomplished Volksgrenadiers, which are a little cheaper. They're level 5 against my vanilla rifles. He took the green cover behind the well. I'm going to take the green cover on the well. I know I'm not going to win this fight because those guys are pretty tough, and they're level 5. So I'm already planning on bringing reinforcements. So I set my rally point for my barracks. Those guys just killed the Paranite. I'm going to bring them back. I'm not going to keep going capping. I'm going to bring them back, and it's going to be 3 on 2 right there. So if that works out in my favor, it's going to be a good fight. Now these guys are in cover, so they can stay durable for a while, but they will lose health at a constant rate. You want to observe what rate they're losing health at, so you know exactly how fast they're going to die and when you need to check the camera back to see them. I'm just holding them here because I'm preparing my flank with the other 2 squads, which are coming in right now at exactly the same time. It's a really good time flank. I'm proud of it myself. So the one guy retreats. I misclick on the building. I'm trying to kill him on retreat. Something you want to try to do if a guy's retreating at low health, you want to try to finish him off, because it's worth a lot more manpower if you can kill the whole squad than if he can reinforce it later. So this is first retreat. I run in this MG. I'm going to duck into the church because I got suppressed. Now garrisoning a building is going to neutralize your suppression effect, but he is stuck in there. He can't leave without further getting suppressed. So he's just going to hold that MG busy while I set up another flank here to try to get around him. I'm going to upgrade a flamer. An early flamer on this map is really nice because of all the building cover and all the green cover in general, because flamers get bonuses versus cover. Now I'm watching these guys. They're on 2 men. This is get real close here. I just barely get him out in time. I could have lost that guy. It was a very close call there. But I wanted to hold that MG there in time for these other guys to get around before he realized what I was doing. So that MG's getting flanked. My harassment on the right side's going great because he hasn't challenged it. There was a Pioneer over there. He wired off that south bridge. But he's somewhere not to be found right now. He's not challenging my engineer that capped the VP and the high ammo. Almost killed that MG on retreat. I was kind of sad that I didn't. I could have ran after him. It's kind of a crapshoot whether you run after him if at close range, or if you stand still and shoot him as he runs by, because, as you know, you get more accuracy at close range, but less when you're moving. More accuracy while you're standing still, but as he gets farther away, you get less accuracy. So that's kind of one of the judgment calls you need to make when you're trying to finish off those squads. That MG forced me to retreat. I'm going to take up a defensive position here. You want to play a natural flow of attack and defense. When you don't have that many troops on the field, you want to play defense. When you have all your troops ready to go, you want to plan an offense and attack. You always want to be in this mentality of attack and defend. I'm going to try to keep as many squads on the field as possible because I do not want to lose the territory that I'm working pretty hard to gain here. So when you're playing defense, you want to get into a good piece of cover. Usually involves going back to your fall-in points, your fallback points, which is your designated defense area. I changed my mind here on the triage center because I have just realized that I'm smelling tier 3 here. I haven't seen any tier 2 units. I already had bars for a good minute or two. It's about 7 minutes into the game right now. I'm just thinking that he should have at least showed some part of his strategy if he was going to go with tier 2. He knows I'm not getting a M8, so he's not worried about rushing a pack. So reasonably, I would believe that he would have fielded a Gren or a half-track or something else by now. So I'm suspecting, Pioneers hit my mind there. I'm suspecting a tier 3 right now. And later when I get my second CP, I'm going to verify this with the recon run. Recon run's one of my favorite abilities because of this Volk squad is almost dead. I could have focus fired on him, but I'm too concerned about these MGs and I almost died there. That was a bad move. Once I saw that second MG in the building, I should have retreated immediately. Okay, here I'm checking his fuel for an OP, and then I'm also going to take a peek at his base to see if he's building tier 3 yet and what buildings he has. So I retreat that guy, I check his base. He doesn't have any buildings except tier 1. So he doesn't even have that many tier 1 units out, so I am pretty sure that he is going Pumas right now. I'm going to tech 2 motor pool at this point. That's my decision making. You see, I've called in that 1 CP supply drop and got my mortar and MG. I'm going to use this mortar aggressively to try to take out his MGs so I can advance. I'm going to hop in the church and get the extra sight bonus that you get from being in a building, as well as fire on these folks that are in the road. The extra sight bonus lets me target for my mortar. After the MG has displaced, you want to issue a halt command so he doesn't continue barraging the same area. Even though it takes him time to recharge, he'll probably get a shot or two off in his manual mode where he's automatically attacking targets at will. You can get some lucky shots this way because it is a more accurate way for the mortar to fire. But it does not fire as many shells as fast. He runs into my MG that I covered to guard my mortar because a mortar is a high target. Once he knows you have one, he's going to try to take it out. So you want to protect it. You either lay some mines down, give it some MG cover, or keep a rifle squad in reserve to protect him. Here I'm building my motor pool. I'm building it as soon as possible. I don't want to let my fuel tech up because I don't want to be stuck in the position where I've somehow forgotten to build it because a lot of stuff was going on. He is afraid of this coming flank on his MG, so he's trying to reposition. He's going to have to retreat, but he's desperately trying to reposition because he knew I was going to flank that building once he saw my rifleman on the backside. This MG is going to, he died from the mine. Enemy unit down. Harassment up north. Always target the flamers first. Even if you're already engaged, the flamers are your highest priority because they can kill you very fast. With bars, they go down even faster, especially when they close to close range like that. So if you get rushed by Pyos, flamers, if you're not in imminent danger of dying, stand still and open up with the bars. You get an excellent, who almost lost that guy. That was a close fight. I knew that was going to be a close fight, so I didn't watch it that closely. But on the flamers, like I said with the standing still accuracy bonus, don't run away from them unless you're already taking fire from something else. If you're running away, especially if you're running away from him, your guys aren't even facing, they have to turn to fire the rifles. You just want to kneel down and unload that big round of 30 cal right into his face. He's harassing my south here. I'm going to take that back because I want to connect all my territory here. And that's an extra 10 ammo and 5 fuel. Since I've got my motor pool, I want to get enough fuel so I can get these M8s. After my M8, I'm going to immediately build an AT gun because I want the M8 to be able to block and harass the Pumas, but I want the AT gun to stay behind my forces to actually deliver some kill shots. The M8 is going to be able to injure the Puma pretty reliably, but they're pretty hard to kill because they can run away. They're just as fast as you, so it's hard to finish them off with just an M8. M8 is useful because you can go where he goes. You can limit his access. You can say, you're not going to run behind me because there's an M8 right here. You can rapidly respond to whatever he's trying to challenge with these Pumas. So you want to try to finish these off. Anytime you get an opportunity for a sticky bomb, which I'm also researching now. So as soon as I realized that he was going to go Pumas, I teched to motor pool, I got an M8, I ordered an AT gun, and then I got sticky bombs. A really good player is going to be wary of your sticky bombs, but he's not really going to be sure exactly when you get them. So if you get them early enough, he might be caught off guard thinking you don't have them yet. Some players are just overly cautious at all, and they won't ever get into range of your rifles unless they make a mistake. So you don't really want to attack, you don't want to try to sticky bomb the Puma. You want the Puma to come to you and sticky it when he comes to you. So I'm going to try to get one off right here, but he's taking too long to throw it. He doesn't get it off. He should have got it off. That would have been a really nice setup to have a damaged engine. I would have been able to close in with that M8 and finish him off. But since I didn't get that extra damage, I'm going to have to retreat these rifles. I'm trying to focus on his Pioneers that are repairing him. They had to retreat. Anytime a Pioneer is repairing, they take extra damage. So if they're repairing, combat repairing in the field like that, use your infantry to target the Pioneers because they're going to die really quick. This is a mistake. I told him to attack that Pioneer, and so when the Pioneer retreated, the rifles followed him because they still wanted to attack him. After you select a target to attack and they retreat, you have to immediately issue a halt order or another command to override the previous command so they don't just go running kamikaze into the enemy's base. It's an easy mistake to make if you don't catch it, especially if you're not watching, but you want to always try to remember the halt hotkey is H. You can use that, or you can just select them and issue another command. I want to kill this Puma, but I don't want to risk losing my M8. So I wisely back out of there because those Panzer Pioneers are coming up, and I couldn't remember if Accomplished Volks had a Panzerfaust, which I'm still not sure if they do because I haven't used those guns yet. Always reinforcing whenever you can. Whenever you get a free chance, you want to be watching all of your stuff all the time. Always be aware of where your guys are, how many guys you have. I use that blue shield on the right side of the screen. You'll see me check it a lot. That's me taking a mental tally of what units I have on the field. It just reminds me that I have this many riflemen, I have one MG, one more, yada yada. And it also reminds me of where they are. You can also select all your units there without leaving your current screen. So you can reinforce the guys in your base without actually looking at them. which is a nice thing. You select it from that